Experiencing a new destination can be the highlight of your year, but planning a trip can seem like a daunting challenge. From knowing how to book, to where to stay, to how to navigate, it can all start to feel a bit overwhelming. That's why we put together a list of budget travel hacks to help you get on your way. In this video, we'll review travel hacks for booking flights, navigation, housing options, events and tours, local flavor, and tips on avoiding unnecessary foreign exchange and foreign transaction fees. Many good trips begin and end with a flight, so naturally, we want to start our list here. When booking flights, it's important to be as flexible with your dates as possible and to plan in advance. This will allow you to fly on lower cost flights when demand is not as high. When searching, use a tool that allows you to search the price for several different combinations of days at the same time. This will not only save you time, but will also save you some money. Additionally, you can consider booking 2 one-way flights from different airports if you plan to start in one city or country and end your trip in another. Additionally, you can use services such as Google Flights or Skyscanner when searching, or you can use services such as Scott's Cheap Flights to help automate the process by telling them your preferred departure airports and letting them send you deals when they become available. After you've scored the perfect flight, it's time to think about luggage. Many international flights allow free checked bags, but some do not. A way around this is to use a credit card that gives you free checked bags, pack everything in an approved carry-on bag, and make use of the personal item allowance that will allow you to bring a purse, diaper bag, or shopping bag in addition to your checked bag. It's also important to pack some snacks so you don't get caught paying top dollar for airplane food. Most solid food items are allowed through airport security. Just make sure you don't try to bring any prohibited foods, such as fresh fruits and vegetables, into another country, or you may be fined. Now that you know where you'll be jetting off to, it's time to roll up your sleeves and start planning your itinerary. Using resources such as Google and YouTube to search for top 10 lists is a great place to start. Plus, it's completely free to search and watch all the videos you need to figure out places and attractions that you will want to see most. Start writing down all the places you might be interested in. Don't worry how long the list gets just yet. Once you've written down your top spots, use Google Maps to build a list, such as My Top Things to See in New York City 2021. You can then save each item from your list and see how far away each location is from the other. You may decide that location A can be skipped since locations B, C, and D are all close together. Not only is it a free service, but you can share your list with friends and have them add their preferred locations so everyone can make the most of the trip. Once you've landed, you'll need somewhere to stay. When looking for accommodations, our advice is to again be flexible. If you're open to considering hostels and Airbnbs in addition to traditional hotels, you're much more likely to find deals. Make sure you research the location and reviews of the property before committing. It may be worth it to you to spend a few extra bucks to be close to the attractions you're interested in so you don't spend time commuting back and forth. Hostels and Airbnbs are less likely to offer airport transfer, but some will. Additionally, it's important to understand that if you opt for a hostel, you may be sharing a room with other travelers. Ultimately, it's up to you to find that sweet spot between savings and comfort. Now that you know where you'll be staying, it's time to start thinking about how you'll get to and from your hotel and other areas of interest. In some cases, you can pre-book a ride to or from the hotel on an airport shuttle. While this may be complimentary, it can sometimes cost as well. For general transportation, we recommend walking if the area is safe, and to consider a variety of different options, including taking a train, subway, Uber, or renting a car. Depending on the country you're in, tipping may or may not be appropriate or expected. If you're going to be in a major city, you may want to think twice before renting a car, as you will probably be charged a nightly rate to park it at the hotel. If you do decide to rent a car, be realistic about how many days you'll actually need it so you aren't paying for it to sit in a paid parking lot, and look for other locations to rent from aside from the airport, as the airport rentals often cost more than renting the same car from the same company in a different location. With your ground transportation squared away, it's time to decide which areas you want to self-guide through, which areas you prefer a guide, and which areas require an entry ticket. Just as you would never risk trying to purchase a ticket to see your favorite band at the door on the day of the show, you shouldn't assume you'll be able to buy tickets to the attraction you traveled so far to see after you get there. Not only that, but you can often find better deals if you pre-purchase ahead of time, and may even be able to reserve a specific time slot so you don't get stuck waiting in lines when you could be exploring your destination. Interacting with locals can be another great way to minimize your expenses. Knowing where locals like to eat, drink, and spend their time will often take you away from pricier tourist areas. They can also be a great resource when it comes to knowing how much you should be paying for everything, from food and drinks to transportation and tours. While using social media is one way to connect with locals, there are also options such as showaround.com and likealocalguide.com that host sites dedicated to linking up travelers with locals. You can even sign up to host travelers who want to visit your city if you want to continue meeting other travelers while you're at home. If you are considering this option, we'd encourage you to use your best judgment before agreeing to meet with anyone in person. Our final tip focuses on avoiding unnecessary conversion and transaction fees. Did you know that many banks will allow you to convert money by ordering it online for pickup at your local branch or for delivery to your home? This won't work with all currencies, as some are restricted to the country you're traveling to, but it's worth checking the conversion rate at the bank. If you decide to exchange money at your destination, it's a good idea to exchange it before you pass through customs if you can, as you'll often get a better exchange rate there than in the main lobby. And while it's always a good idea to carry some of the local currency with you, you may prefer to pay with a credit card. Make sure you find a card that does not charge a foreign transaction fee, or you may be surprised to learn that you paid an additional 3% or more on all of your out-of-country transactions. If you do decide to use a credit card, keep track of how much you're spending and be sure you can pay it off before being charged interest on your purchases. Now that you've gotten your tickets, planned out your days, and found the perfect accommodation, it's time to set off on your adventure and make some new friends in the process. Giving yourself enough time to plan the trip and taking it one step at a time can help you stay motivated, organized, and help you save a lot of money in the process. To help you get started, we've included links to several of the services we listed below in the description. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more from the definitive channel for financial education, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We'd love to hear your ideas on topics you'd like to see covered. As always, thanks for watching.